Hey everyone! Okay, so I was doing some cleaning around my aunt's place and I actually found some notes that my mom had handwritten on bipolar herself before her stroke. And she must have written this when I was pretty young. And I'm going to assume that she was doing research for my brother because he was being diagnosed around that time and my mom was having a lot of trouble getting him to take his medication and getting him to go to school on a regular basis. So I just wanted to share the notes that she took because I haven't read through them personally myself, but I thought this was pretty interesting and emotional at the same time. So I'm sorry if I get a little choked up while I'm reading this. It's like already emotional to look at my mom's handwriting before her stroke versus what it is now, so I will read this for you. And I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but she has it all in like dot form, so if it sounds broken up, I'm sorry. Best treatment for bipolar disorder is a combination of medications plus psychotherapy. Bipolar treatment have about 20 to 50% better chance than medications on their own. Medications be started first because good attention, memory, and clear thoughts would be most valuable when starting therapy. There are many types of psychotherapy. There's cognitive psychotherapy, which is finding problems within thinking patterns. Behavioral psychotherapy, learning what to do to feel better. Psychodynamic psychotherapy, examining subconscious patterns. Interpersonal psychotherapy, examining relationships. Reality-based therapy, focusing on the here and now. Family systems therapy, where the family is the focus of inquiry. Educating you about your illness and how to cope with it and focus with it. Reality-based therapy can be very practical, helping patients in their daily lives and helping them recognize and change personal and interpersonal habits that they no longer need. Behavioral therapy can be very helpful in reconstructing one's life to include pleasant, non-work activities and to control over-focus on work or social issues. Behavioral therapy teach stress reduction techniques. Interpersonal therapy helps you to understand the roles that other people have played in your life. Psychodynamic therapy can help you strengthen your boundaries and help you find your own identity. Many other therapeutic approaches can be adapted for treating bipolar disorder. The most important thing is to find a therapist who has a special interest and experience in treating persons with bipolar illness. What the therapy does in helping to treat bipolar looks at interpersonal relationships and interactions. Works with each patient to analyze their own interactions, identifying their thoughts and feelings and understanding how these are communicated. Together we discover how other people think, feel, and interact and how to interpret the meanings of their interactions and how they affect us. We uncover principles of cause and effect and use them to help reach life goals. Provides a forum for the examination and analysis of all types of life issues as they come up naturally in the course of the therapeutic work. I think it is important to stay in the present by working on what is happening now. This reduces the stress of painful thought and memories and allows patients to gain skills that will help them control their emotions and avoid being controlled by them. Help patients develop coping strategies and reduce stress by using stress-relieving exercises. Patient does not have to bring up old painful memories about their life. Bipolar disorder is a stress-related illness. Bipolar disorder produces problems in mental functions like attention, distractibility, memory, and multi-step reasoning. 4 stages of bipolar recovery. 1. Accepting that there is something wrong with you and requires treatment. 2. Accepting that you must take medication and make sacrifices every day to maintain your health. 3. Accepting that you truly have a disease called bipolar disorder that will never go away. 4. Making a lifetime commitment to learn all you can about bipolar disorder and taking responsibility for the details of your health at all times. Bipolar disorder people are particularly good at creative tasks that require brainstorming, conceptualizing, and finding new ideas. Talents get stronger with treatment. Creative jobs are found in music, art, writing, acting, design, and many other areas. Tasks involving minor details and step-like logic may be harder for persons with bipolar disorder than other tasks that appear to be less difficult. Procrastination and difficulty finishing projects are major sources of problems for people with bipolar disorder. Simplest things I can do to maximize my chances for career success. 1. Keep yourself healthy. 2. Minimize your stress. 3. Keep out of interpersonal problems. 4. Try to be yourself. Find work that is low-key, low-stress, relaxing, and pleasant. Work that is comfortable without being boring. Coworkers are tolerant and mutually supportive. Short hours, regular daytime schedule, no night work, friendly people, cooperative work style. That is where you have freedom to work independently without overbearing supervision. Bipolar patients have found success starting their own businesses, especially when they start small with low stress and build them up over time. 5 major causes of disability in bipolar disorders. 1. The inability to keep a regular work schedule. 2. The inability to work under stress. 3. The inability to get along with supervisors and coworkers. 4. The inability to complete complex tasks on time. 5. Delusions of persecution on the job. Young children with bipolar disorder often have cognitive problems, including poor concentration and difficulty understanding cause and effect. Adults' behaviors seem unpredictable, random, and purposeless. So those are the little notes that I found. Some of it was actually pretty interesting. I'm going to do a little bit more research on some of the psychotherapies because I don't think I've covered that. And that's because I personally, I just take medication. I don't see a therapist. I don't talk with anyone. I don't find group therapy helpful. But I'm also bipolar I high functioning. So a lot of people with bipolar I are not high functioning. And the stuff about major disabilities, like keeping a regular work schedule, that's not me. Working under stress, it's hard for me, but I can still do it. Getting along with supervisors and coworkers, I feel like I go out of my way to try to be more friendly to the people that I'm working with. The inability to complete complex tasks on time, I prefer complex tasks over the, regular general tasks because, I don't know, it gives me more a feeling of accomplishment, I guess. And I definitely don't have delusions of persecution on the job because my mania is causing me to work in overdrive constantly, so I'm usually being praised or getting promoted and not having a reason to have delusions of persecution. So that's pretty interesting, and I just wanted to share that with you. So again, those notes are pretty old, so some of it may not be relevant anymore. There's one where I was reading, like, bipolar disorder is a stress-related illness. That's somewhat true now, but we know now that it's more of a disease, a chronic illness, and it's passed on genetically through multiple genes, not just one. Scientists haven't been able to pin down one specific gene. Multiple genes have been targeted, and they still don't know much about how they work and how medications are helping and affecting. A lot of psychiatrists will still push lithium because they feel that's the best drug, and it's been on the market for like 40 years or something like that, so that's usually the drug they push the most, and it's one that I will never take because it's also a drug with a lot of major side effects that I've seen personally. So I would never take that. But you may be at a point where you've tried everything else and you have no other choice. And I'm not judging you at all if you take lithium and you're doing well on it. That's great. But me personally, I just know that even if it was my last option, I wouldn't take it. I would rather be completely unmedicated than be on lithium. So I'm going off topic here. It was supposed to be about my mom's notes, so I will end it here. So until next time, remember to stay strong, and you're never alone.